I'm also doing the technical stuff, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me. But it is Froggy Friday. Herí, Krismasi. Am I saying it right, Patrick? I'm doing, you know what you got to know about me in languages? I'm not very good at getting my tongue wrapped around a lot of these enunciations with any language, but bear with me. But Merry Christmas to everyone. This is our pre-Christmas Froggy Friday, right before the celebration. I hope everyone is well and happy. And if you've traveled, I hope it was a great journey, safari. And I really hope that if you are to travel, that you are divinely guided and guarded, which we will know that. So today's Froggy Friday, December 22nd. This actually is the winter solstice in our universe. And here in the Northern Hemisphere, we love it because now our days start to get longer and longer. We are dark by 4 p.m. in the evening, and it's not even light until about 7:30 in the morning. So our daylight is pretty short. And so the winter solstice has many, many meanings behind it. What I love about it is the idea of light. And at Christmas time, we do a lot of lights. We have the twinkly lights that you can put up. You also light candles. And it's a time of contemplation, too, of the whole year as well as we head into the end of the year. So it's also bringing light to what has happened and how we can reflect on it and contemplate on it and what not necessarily what we want to change yet. That's maybe more shifting into the new year, but the things that we can celebrate, the things that we don't want to do that again, sort of idea. Um, we did it happened in 2023. We're done with it. For anybody that had financial problems, health problems, challenges, etc. You know, those are the things that kind of come up when you're reflecting as well. But don't forget the joys. Don't forget that everything can be a blessing if we get to have a different perspective of it and reflect on it and say, you know, there's got to be a gift in here somewhere. I've always truly believed in that silver lining in the clouds. So today I put together a Froggy Friday with a whole team, and it's going to be sort of a more contemplative little journey. And we're going to read some, there's going to be 5 readings, and it's reflective and a different meaning, maybe a little more metaphysical meaning of the Christmas time and the Christ consciousness. So there'll be also some quiet time and space for you to just sit with it and think about how it is for you and what it means for you and how it resonates with you. And then it can even be a time to jot some things down on paper if you wish. And then we'll have some music as well. But it's really about connecting with your magnificence, connecting with you with that Christ consciousness that is you, your true essence of who you are and how it is in this world. So, do we have James on here? I don't see him.
Yes, James is in.
Hi.
Hi.
So, James, I'm going to get you to do an invocation. We're going to sing One People, and then we're going to lead in to this time of the quiet hush of the time of year. Don't you love that word, hush? If we get still and know, there's this hush that comes upon us. And that is where we can really get connected, really become one with the one, that presence that is our divine selves. So, James, would you please do the invocation?
Thank you so much, Reverend Gwen, and everybody present in this gathering today of Froggy Friday. I would like us to center ourselves in recognizing the only power that there is, that divine power, the divine intelligence, that power that is now surrounding us, the power that is working through us and working as us. This is the power which we call love. This is the power which is bringing us all together, the power that joins and encompasses the entire universe. This power is infinitely intelligent. This is pure consciousness that is now brightening our minds, bringing us together in this gathering. As we meet in this Foggy Friday, we are being enlightened. We are being broadened. We are being expanded. We are experiencing the divine evolution of our individual selves. We are so grateful that this is taking place. And all of us, let's say, and so it is.
So yes.
And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you. So now we're going to sing. We are one people. Okay, everyone, you know this. We are one people, one strong heartbeat, just one spirit shining in us all. We are a part of one another. We're born to love each other. When it's all said and done, we are one. We are one people, one strong heartbeat, just one spirit shining bright within us all. We are a part of one another. We're born to love each other. When it's all said and done, we are one. Spirit fingers. When it's all said and done, we are one. Well, I'm missing my partner in song. Reverend Barb is off with her husband on a safari, and she sends all her love and best wishes over the Christmas season, and she will be back with us after a rest. She's been full on, full out for the last 2 weeks, and she's just taking some downtime. So we'll just know that she is well rested and well restored. And she'll be back January 12th at our next Froggy Friday. Let's just take a breath. I need the breath. So let's bring the collective together in the breath. Let us come in that common unity that we call community, our CSL community, and beyond, our global community. We are from all over, and yet we are fully connected all the time because we are a part of this thing called God, Spirit, life itself, that universal love that permeates and penetrates all the spaces that is and is not. When we give way to our true essence, when we get into that contemplative, when we live our lives from our heart and let that heart lead, we are leading with our true essence and self, our higher self, known as the Christ consciousness. So what we've done today is brought together some readings that we will share, and then there'll be opportunity for some silence. There's going to be some music, and we'll just allow it to be in the hush of wherever it takes you. I'm going to ask Alfred to please come forward and unmute and do his reading.
Yes, I start considering,
Sorry.
okay, considering the perilous nature of the present moment, we have a truly deep one instead. And that all start by making ourselves into a manger. Christmas is that point in time when the light of heaven contradict the chaos of the earth. Therefore, let us ferociously contradict the earth as never before by not merely celebrating Christmas, but by becoming it instead. The nativity of Christ is the story of God wanting to get inside humanity. Jesus was the prototype for that experiment. Let us avail ourselves accordingly and be the embodiment of God every single day of our worldly lives. Let us, from this moment forward, and without the slightest hesitation, be Christmas. That is from Evans Hawkins. Jesus discovered the divine dimensions in himself, the Christ self. This was the key to Jesus' acceptance of his divinity. And he made it clear that this same divine dimensions is the root reality of each of us. He said, in quote, "All that I do, you can do also," end of quotes. The most individually identifying statement in the Bible is, "Christ in you, your hope of glory." That is from Eric Butterworth.
Thank you,
And
Alfred. Thank you. The Christ in each of us is achieved through our consciousness, as our consciousness. It is not a person, it is a state of being. The elevated, the highest of highs, as our presence. Yes, as the great example, Jesus awakened to the Christ presence within. Jesus, the Christ, unified with humanity as divine love, spreading his teaching. We'll just have a couple minutes of silence. Contemplate these words as your own. And now I invite Nancy to sing I Am Opening.
I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know.
And I ask for Hema to come forward and do her reading, please.
And this is my reading. The view of the whole world, of the whole planet Earth from space, symbolizes a birth of consciousness. Astronauts were transformed as they gazed upon the planet from this new perspective. The picture reminds us that we have one incredible planet to care for. And it reminds us that life is a unity. Rastish Vaikat became an astronaut in 1963 and served as the lunar module pilot for Apollo 9. And as he circled the globe, identifying places like Los Angeles, Houston, and North Africa, his process of identifying with the world began to shift. And I quote, "You begin to recognize that your identity is with the whole thing. You look down and cannot imagine how many borders you cross, and you don't even see them. People killing each other over some imaginary line, but you see it as a whole, and it's so beautiful. And you wish you could take individuals from each side in various conflicts, one in each hand, and say, look at it from this perspective. What's important?" Then in doing a spacewalk and being in that incredible silence and beauty, I felt like I was in a sensing point for humankind. I recognized that we are all a piece of this total life. End of quote.
Oh, if only there was no borders, property lines. If only we could rub out those lines that separate us. And it is for us to ask why. Why do we make our differences? And then let's make our unity, our oneness, our focus, and come into that peaceful state of being together as a world of peace, as a world that works for everyone. And in our imagination and in our mental work, we just hold the earth, that beautiful green and blue ball, in our hands, pouring the love and healing into it, and knowing that we care for it. I invite Christopher to come forward and do his reading.
And I read, around the holidays, it was earnest wish for us to remember not only the biblical birth of Jesus, but to be certain we never forget that the Christ that resides within ourselves, awaiting to be born, tried to teach us, as Jesus had, that knowing the divine lives within each of us is how we can be supported and guided.
Oh, we froze. Christopher? Guided to be the one and with the Father. Jesus spoke as one in authority because he knew he was dealing with impersonal law. He received inspiration from Spirit and directly controlled the law through the power of his conscious words, and this without eternal aid of any nature whatsoever. What has been done can be done again. What one can do, all have the privilege of doing, provided they know how to comply with the law. Christ is born to or within each, as the human gives a way to the divine, as strife gives a way to peace, as confusion gives a way to poise, as weaknesses give a way to strength, as fear gives a way to faith, as doubt gives a way to certainty, as hell gives a way to heaven, as misery gives a way to happiness, as we give way to spirit. The human will find no place in the divine. The human will find no place in divine certainty, for God does not will anything to happen. God knows. And the result of God's knowing produces creation. Even our founder, Ernest Holmes, had the same thing to say, and this is from the 1930s. It is relevant today, and it was relevant then, and maybe even more so now. As we leave 2023, let us go deep into what is not working, that needs to shift. We must turn away from the conditions that do not uphold anything that is love, that is not love, harmony, peace, joy. Peace within us is outward peace. Love within us is outward love. Harmony within us is outward harmony. What is your human antenna broadcasting out into the world? We'll go into some silence.
is holding me with every breath, with every step. God is holding me. 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 I'm held in love. I'm held in peace. God is holding me. With every breath, with every step, God is holding me. 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 God is holding me.
The truth in that song, that God is holding me, is that we are never alone. I'd like to call on Agnes to come forth and read.
Jesus gave no indication in his healing ministry that he was forcing anything to happen. Rather, he displayed a calm assurance and an inner knowingness that the right thing was being accomplished. He rose above appearances and embodied his own thought, the full nature of the perfection that came to pass. All of this was a process of thought that enabled him to recognize the nature of things as they really are. There is no evidence of his ever violating any laws of nature. Rather, there seems to have been a proper use. Whether we realize it or not, our thought can and does permit the creation of the conditions of our body, making it sick or well. It does control our circumstances, making them happy or unhappy. It can bring into our experience any good that we rightly conceive. No one understands the science of mind until he has come to see that it is man who sows, but it is God who gives the increase. Man thinks his thought. The law of mind makes it manifest. Just as Jesus recognized that he was one with the Father, so must we. It is the birth of such an awareness which we should let happen to us this Christmas time. When we reach this point in our thinking, we come to know the great good which works through us. From December 1958, from Ernest Holmes. Thank you.
Thank you, Agnes. So all is calm in that reassurance that we know deep within us that this is the truth of our essence. We have the darkness that is present, and we take it into that time of being quiet, whether it be in the hush at 2 a.m. or whether it be in the wee hours of the evening. The darkness does not matter according to the time on the clock. But what the darkness does is allow that there is less sensory stimulation so that you can become centered and grounded in this knowing. We gain clarity as the days bring the light into our experience. We stay strong in that calm assurance that the presence within is that Christ consciousness. I'd like to call on Nancy to do the 5th reading, please.
Christmas is a time of peace, love, and joy, and has become synonymous with light, perhaps a remnant from the fear of the dying of the sun at the time of the winter solstice. People cover their churches, businesses, and homes with candles and lights. Light is also associated with knowledge and understanding. In John chapter 9, verse 5, Jesus said, "I am the light of the world." But in Matthew chapter 5, verse 14 to 16, he also said, "You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before men." So today, I want you to put your light on a stand so that it may be seen by everyone in your life. Christmas is indeed a day of celebration. It is an opportunity to review where we are spiritually, to feel the rebirth of our own spiritual source within, and to resolve to keep our light on a stand to light, not just our whole house, but to be a candle, a beacon of hope for others. Let it shine and reveal your magnificence in the world.
Yes, let you be the light, the heart, the hands, the voice. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth. And who I am and all that I do is a blessing to this world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth. And who I am and all that we do is a blessing to the world, is a blessing to the world. How are you going to display your light within? How are you going to display it out into the world and just be that light and shine? It doesn't sound so difficult, but sometimes we want to hide our light for many reasons, because maybe we don't feel worthy of expressing that light. Maybe we think that if we don't shine our light so bright, we can let others shine theirs. But just know that if you light a candle from another candle, it does not diminish the light of the first candle. It is just as strong and powerful and bright as it was before it gave a piece of itself to light the other candle. So know that by you showing up and leaning into your light, that you give permission and allow others to shine just as bright. For your light is your light. Allowing it to be seen is choice. But as we are the way showers as to a spiritual awakening to our magnificence, it is ours to shine and allow that light to shine so that others do feel that they can step into their own shining. Be that beacon. Be that light in the window that calls to others who may feel a little despair, discouragement, loneliness at this time. Christmas is a time that stirs many feelings. It's not just the joyous, festive feelings, but it can also create and stir up loneliness. So be that beacon in the window where the lost can find refuge, and take harbor in your heart of love, understanding. So how do you want to show up as the light? May you each give yourselves that gift to yourself of discovering that divine dimension within, just as Jesus had. Christmas is a time of birthing into that higher consciousness of self, allowing us to know and recognize the magnificence from within. Let us celebrate that newness in this joyous time, in this joyous season. I'd like to share with you a Christmas carol by a children's African choir. You can unmute and sing along or just listen to it, but let's make some noise. Joy to the world. I bet you can't hear that.
Child.
children at Christmas time and all their wonder and awe and curiosity and surprise. And I just love listening to those little voices express that joy. How's the evening going for you all? Anybody in need of a 2-minute miracle treatment? Put up your hands. We've got some practitioners here. We can have a 2-minute session. Oh, I gotta stop this. Hang on. I can still hear them singing in my background here. Can you still hear me? Can you still, yes? Okay. Najiri, you want treatment? Yes, that's what your hand is up for? All right, we'll set you up in a room. Let's just take a breath and know that this is a time of many things, many layers. It's getting together with families. It is a time to be maybe reconciling differences. Maybe it's just being in that contemplative time. But just know that each and every one of you is a gift unto the world. And as you shine your light, you're unwrapping that package so that we can all share that beautiful package that is you. And awaken to that magnificence. And remember what Reverend Connie always said, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. So we know that for 2024. We have the conference happening. Oh my gosh, in a very, like 5 weeks, you guys. This is tremendous. So things are happening. We're going to have a North American presence there. We've got about 35 people coming. And we've got so much happening with our program and festivities around it. January is going to be a busy month, putting this all together and, getting all the details wrapped up. So that is one thing. Know that there is world meditations that are available on the morning of the 31st. So if you want to have access to that, I haven't got the link right now, but we can put it into the WhatsApp group. It's really a cool experience. It's actually noon Greenwich time, which would be very reasonable for Kenyan time. I think that would be like 4 in the afternoon or something on the 31st. So do that as well. So with all our hearts, and I'm speaking on behalf of Reverend Barb and myself, and all the leadership in Kenya, know that we love and adore you, and that this 2023 has been an amazing year. And I just know and trust that it is the best yet to come. Our community is growing and expanding, and we just continue to lead with our hearts, and we just know that this teaching is filtering out and just tapping into all those that are looking for it and searching for it. So with that in mind, we'll get you set up in a room, Flo and Najira, right away. And but we're gonna treat out first. If Patrick could just treat us out, give us a full treatment going into the season together.
Okay. And on behalf of everybody here in Kenya, we all love you back.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Everybody. I'm saying that, and on behalf of the Kenyan community and everybody around, we all love you back. Can you hear me? Okay, good. So here we go. Join me as we remember of this one power, this great one infinite consciousness, infinite intelligence, which is nothing but love light, unity. This one consciousness, this one light shines all over with us. Remembering that we are one. We are one with this light as it operates through us, for us, and with us. And I know that at this time, as we usher in the light, the love of Christmas, reminding us that we are all one, reminding us that nothing separates us from one another, and all is well. And as we approach the new year, the 2024, the year of the conference, the year of promise, the year of growth, the year of abundance, we know that we are nothing but an expression of this one being, that nothing but love, success, accomplishments, and expansion comes to us as we share this love, this light, and it's as we go forth to shine in this loving community of ours, to share and expand and grow. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the connection, the learning, the sharing, the connection of the continents through the internet, which proves that nothing exists that separates us. And I'm thankful, as I know that as we go ahead from here on forth, that nothing but God's love is expressed. And I leave my word in the law, in the mind of law, knowing that all is done and all is perfect. And together we say, and so it is.
And so it is.
And so it is. Oh, thanks everyone for being here. Have a most blessed Christmas season. It's a whole days, not just the one day. Let's be the Christmas all year round.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
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 Najiri
Bye.
and Rahima, are you in? I've made up a room for you. Did you get it? Najiri? Where are you? Where are you? Rahima, did you get it? See you, Duke. Okay. I don't know if that worked. Let me just see. Oh.